You know what's crazy? Most people still think hackers in 2026 are sitting in dark rooms typing sudo apt install aircrack-ng like it's 2014. Meanwhile, modern ethical hackers are using AI-powered recon frameworks, cloud exploitation tools, autonomous attack simulators, and stealth automation systems that can map an entire target faster than most beginners can even open Burp Suite. And the scary part? Some of these tools are so advanced that companies are literally paying ethical hackers thousands of dollars just to use them against their own infrastructure before real attackers do. So in this video, we're skipping the old school Kali Linux tools everybody already knows about. No Hydra, no John the Ripper, no Aircrack-ng. These are newer, modern ethical hacking tools that are becoming insanely popular in 2026 for red teaming, bug bounty hunting, OSINT, cloud testing, AI-assisted recon, and advanced penetration testing. Quick disclaimer though, this video is strictly for educational and authorized security testing purposes only. Don't test anything without permission. Ethical hacking is about securing systems, not attacking random people because you watched one YouTube video at 2 a.m. and suddenly think you're Mr. Robot. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about the first tool. And honestly, this thing feels illegal, even when you're using it legally. Kaido. Now, if you've never heard of Kaido before, imagine Burp Suite, but redesigned by people who were tired of Burp Suite freezing your entire laptop the moment you opened more than 3 tabs. Kaido exploded in popularity because modern web applications became ridiculously complicated. AP is everywhere, WebSockets everywhere, JavaScript frameworks behaving like they're powered by alien technology. And Kaido handles all of it smoothly. The interface looks modern, the workflow is insanely fast, and ethical hackers love it because it feels lightweight while still being powerful enough for serious web testing. A lot of bug bounty hunters in 2026 are switching to it specifically because of speed and usability. And let's be honest, if your tool crashes less than Burp, you already won half the battle. Now speaking of modern web testing, let's talk about Katana, not the sword. Although this thing cuts through websites almost as aggressively. Katana is a next-generation crawling framework from Project Discovery. And if you're into bug bounty hunting, you already know Project Discovery tools are basically dominating recon in 2026. Katana can crawl modern JavaScript-heavy applications incredibly fast, discover hidden endpoints, APIs, parameters, authentication flows, and juicy attack surfaces that older crawlers completely miss. And this matters because modern websites don't behave like old websites anymore. Half the functionality is hidden behind JavaScript requests, API calls, and dynamically generated content. Traditional crawlers walk into these sites and basically go, "I found the homepage." Meanwhile, Katana is mapping the entire application like it's planning a bank robbery. And that brings us to another monster tool, Nuclei. Now, technically, Nuclei isn't new, but the way ethical hackers are using it in 2026 absolutely is. Nuclei became one of the most dangerous automation frameworks for vulnerability scanning because of its template system. Think of it like this. Instead of manually checking for vulnerabilities one by one, ethical hackers can run thousands of highly targeted security checks automatically against infrastructure, APIs, cloud assets, exposed services, misconfigurations, CVEs, basically everything. And the scary part? The community updates templates insanely fast. New vulnerability discovered in the wild? Someone probably writes a Nuclei template before you even finish reading the article. Companies love it. Bug bounty hunters love it. Blue teams fear hearing its name in logs at 3 a.m. Now, let's move into something even more futuristic. Mythic. This tool is absolutely wild. Mythic is a modern command and control framework designed for advanced red team operations. Now, unlike older frameworks that look like they were designed during the Windows XP era, Mythic feels modern, modular, and incredibly customizable. Red teamers use it to simulate advanced adversary behavior inside enterprise environments, so organizations can test detection capabilities realistically. And this is important because cybersecurity in 2026 is no longer about can you hack into the system, it's how long can you remain undetected. Huge difference. Because modern security teams assume attackers will get in eventually. Now they care about detection, lateral movement, persistence, privilege escalation, and stealth, which is exactly why frameworks like Mythic became so important. Now here's where things get genuinely insane. OpenBB. At first glance, it looks like a financial intelligence platform, but ethical hackers and OSINT researchers started using it creatively for intelligence gathering, infrastructure mapping, corporate analysis, and threat intelligence research. In 2026, OSINT is becoming one of the strongest weapons in cybersecurity because attackers don't always hack systems directly anymore. Sometimes they profile companies, track employee leaks, monitor exposed metadata, analyze cloud footprints, study public infrastructure, and tools like OpenBB can help investigators correlate huge amounts of public information quickly. Basically, modern hacking is becoming half cybersecurity and half digital detective work. Now, speaking of AI-powered chaos, let's talk about Pentest GPT. Yes, the name sounds like somebody asked ChatGPT to become a hacker's sidekick, but honestly, that's kinda what happened. Pentest GPT is designed to assist penetration testers during engagements by helping with analysis, attack paths, payload suggestions, vulnerability understanding, and workflow automation. Now, obviously, AI isn't replacing ethical hackers anytime soon, because if you blindly trust AI during pen testing, congratulations, you're about 3 prompts away from accidentally DOSing yourself. But experienced hackers are using AI as a productivity multiplier, and that's the key difference. The best ethical hackers in 2026 are not necessarily the people memorizing the most commands. They're the people automating the most work. That shift is changing the entire industry. Now let's go deeper into cloud security, because cloud exploitation became one of the hottest cybersecurity areas recently. PACU. PACU is basically an exploitation framework focused on AWS environments. And if that sounds terrifying, that's because cloud misconfigurations are everywhere. Companies migrate to the cloud thinking, we're secure now. Meanwhile, somebody accidentally exposes credentials, S3 buckets, IAM permissions, or API keys. And suddenly, an ethical hacker using PACU is mapping the environment faster than the company's own IT team. Cloud security is massive in 2026 because organizations are moving everything online. Databases, infrastructure, storage, authentication, internal services. Which means ethical hackers now need cloud-focused tools instead of only traditional network hacking tools. HTTPX. Again, from Project Discovery. These people genuinely refuse to miss. HTTPX helps ethical hackers probe web servers, identify technologies, detect misconfigurations, gather metadata, and process huge target lists insanely efficiently. And this matters because recon at scale became one of the biggest advantages in bug bounty hunting. Imagine manually checking 5 websites. Now imagine checking 50,000 assets automatically. That's modern recon. The hackers finding the best vulnerabilities are usually the ones automating discovery better than everyone else. Not necessarily the ones typing faster in terminals, pretending to be in a Hollywood movie. Now let's talk about something defenders and attackers both pay attention to. Sliver. Sliver became extremely popular among red teamers because it's an advanced adversary emulation framework supporting modern payload generation, multiplayer operations, encrypted communications, and cross-platform implants. And unlike some older frameworks, Sliver focuses heavily on operational security. Because modern detection systems became very smart, EDR solutions now monitor behaviors, processes, memory activity, suspicious communications, privilege escalation attempts, basically everything, which means stealth matters more than ever. That's why modern ethical hacking isn't just, can this exploit work? It's, can it work quietly? And finally, let's talk about Recon FTW. This thing is basically automation addiction in tool form. Recon FTW combines multiple reconnaissance techniques into one workflow for subdomain enumeration, endpoint discovery, vulnerability scanning, URL collection, screenshotting, JS analysis, and more. Bug bounty hunters love it because recon is repetitive, and ethical hackers hate repetitive work. Nobody wants to manually repeat the same recon steps for 6 straight hours unless they're being held hostage by a certification exam. Tools like Recon FTW save ridiculous amounts of time and help researchers focus on actual vulnerability analysis instead of wasting energy collecting data manually. And honestly, that's probably the biggest trend in ethical hacking right now. Automation, AI assistance, cloud security, modern recon, stealth testing, API-focused testing, OSINT integration. The hacking world in 2026 looks completely different from the old Wi-Fi password cracking era most beginners still imagine. Modern ethical hackers are closer to security engineers, automation specialists, and digital intelligence analysts than movie-style keyboard smashers. And the people adapting to these newer tools early are the ones getting ahead in bug bounty hunting, penetration testing, and cybersecurity careers. Because technology evolves insanely fast. 1 year, you're learning basic Linux commands. Next year, an AI-assisted recon framework is mapping attack surfaces while you're still drinking coffee, wondering why your terminal says permission denied. So if you enjoyed this video and want more modern ethical hacking content that actually focuses on current tools instead of the same recycled tutorials from 2016, make sure you subscribe. And comment which one of these tools surprised you the most, or which modern Kali Linux tool deserves to be in part 2.